Good morning, class. So welcome to the next session of structural engineering. In the previous class we have been discussing analysis and design of doubly reinforced beams, and we have solved one problem on that. So today we will continue by solving some more problems. So doubly reinforced beam design problem will solve. Okay, so I'll write down the question. A simply supported beam of span 8 meters is subjected to a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter. 10 kilonewton per meter in addition to a concentrated point load of 30 kilonewton at mid span. Take B cross D is equal to 230 by 450 mm, comma, design the beam using M20 and Fe415. Now in this problem you are given a simply supported beam of span of 8 meters which is subjected to a uniformly distributed load in addition to a concentrated point load. So what it is saying to you that it has got two loads. This is a uniformly distributed load acting throughout the span, which is of 10 kilonewton per meter, and you also have a concentrated point load of 30 kilonewton. This span given to you is 8 meters. This is the condition given. Okay, so now previous problem only you had one UDL, now you also have one point load here. Now you are given the dimensions of the beam. B is given to you as 230 mm and capital D, which is overall dimensions, as overall depth as 450 mm. Okay, FCK is known to you, that is 20 Newton per millimeter square, and Fy is 415 Newton per millimeter square. So now what is your first step involved? First step is assumption of B, okay, but B is given to you. Now next step is calculation of D. D is also given to you. So directly you calculate what is effective depth. Effective depth. You are given overall depth. You need to calculate what? Effective depth. So effective depth is small d is equal to 450 minus clear cover 20 minus assuming 20 mm diameter bar. So this will be 420 mm. Okay. Now you have calculated effective depth. Next step is you need to calculate effective span. Effective span of the beam. Okay. So you have two formulas here. L plus BS by 2 plus BS by 2, or L plus D, whichever is the least value. So this is L plus, L is 8 plus or 8000 plus 230 by 2 plus 230 by 2. This is equal to 8.23. Next is 8000 plus 420, which is equal to 8.42 meter. I am substituting all in millimeters here and answer will be in meters. Okay, or else you can write 8230 millimeters, which is equal to 8.23 meters, and 8420 meters is equal to 8.42 meters. So what is L effective? 8.23 meters, the least value. Now next step is you need to go for load calculations. Okay, load calculations. First is self weight. So first step is load calculations, in which we are calculating self weight. Self weight of the beam 0.23 multiplied by 0.45 into 25. Overall dimensions multiplied by unit weight of concrete. So what is the answer? 0.23 into 0.45 into 25. What? 2.58 kilonewton per meter. Okay, 2.58 kilonewton per meter. Next is live load or applied load. Applied load is given to you as 10 kilonewton per meter. Okay, 10 kilonewton per meter. Now you also have a concentrated point load of 30 kilonewton, but you cannot add here because that concentrated point load is in the form of point load. It is not UDL. Units of point load are kilonewton. These have the units of kilonewton per meter. So you need to perform the calculation separately. Total UDL is equal to 12.58 kilonewton per meter. Okay, next is factored load. Factored load 1.5 multiplied by 12.58. Tell me how much this is? 19 point. Hmm? 18.8 kilonewton per meter. Now, this is concentrated point load. Factored concentrated point load is equal to 1.5 into 30, which is equal to 45 kilonewton. Okay, now bending moment, factored bending moment mu is equal to Wu into L square, L effective square by 8. Formula for bending moment when beam is subjected to uniformly distributed load. Now in addition to that you have one more point load. So the formula for point load is W into L effective by 4. WL by 4. So remember the formulas which we have studied in solid mechanics or mechanics of material, because these formulas are very important. If you know the formulas only, you will be able to solve the problems. So next step is mu is equal to, substituting in this one, 18.8 into 8.23 square by 8 plus 45 into 8 by 4, WL by 4. This is 90 and this is complete answer. W into 8.23 square by 8. Give me one more calculator you have, right? Two 49.17 kilonewton meter. Very huge bending moment. So next step is you need to calculate limiting moment. Using this limiting moment, you will justify whether the section is singly reinforced or doubly reinforced. So MU limb for Fe 415 grade concrete, reinforcement, the formula is 0.138 FCK BD square. Okay, so if you substitute the value 0.138 into 20 into 230 multiplied by 420 square, 111.97 10 power 6 Newton millimeter, which is equal to 111.97 kilonewton meter. Now MU is more than MU limb, so the section will be doubly reinforced section. Doubly reinforced section. What do you mean by doubly reinforced? You require reinforcement in the compression as well as in the tension zone. So we'll go for the calculation of reinforcement now. Area of reinforcement is classified into two types here: AST LIM, limiting AST, plus AST2, additional reinforcement. Okay, so total AST is equal to AST LIM plus AST2, limiting AST plus additional AST. So AST limiting is equal to 0.5 FCK by Fi into 1 minus root of 1 minus 4.6 MU limiting by FCK BD square into BD. Substitute all the values correctly here. 0.5 into 20 by 415 1 minus root of 1 minus 4.6 into 0.5 into 20 by 415 multiplied by 1 minus under root 1 minus 4.6 into, correct answer, 111.97 10 power 6 divided by 20 into 230 into 420 square multiplied by 230 by 420. So this is 920.93 millimeters square. This is what is limiting AST. Now calculate additional AST. Additional reinforcement AST2 is equal to, formula is MU minus MU limiting whole divided by 0.87 Fy into D minus D dash. Correct formula? Please check the formula. 0.87 Fy into D minus D dash. Not FSC. FSC will be there in ASC. Okay. So now substituting in this formula, this is 249.17 minus 111.97 10 power 6 whole divided by 0.87 into 415 multiplied by 420 minus, now D dash is equal to 20 plus, let this be 16 by 2, so this is 28 mm. This is effective cover for compression reinforcement. So 20 plus 16 by 2, let this be 28. So formula is 297 exponential 6 969 point, okay, 0.87 into 415 into 420 minus 28. I am getting answer 1308. Please check the answer. D is 420. 249, sorry. 249.17. So 969.39 mm square. This is visible. 969 is visible, right? Now next step is complete AST or total AST is equal to 920.93 plus 969.39. So tell me what is the answer? 920.93 plus 969.39. So this is 1890.32 mm square. Check the answer. 900 plus 900 should be 1800. Okay. So this is what is total AST. Now AST limiting or minimum, AST minimum will be equal to 0.85 into BD by Fy. 0.85 BD by Fy. So this is 197.8 mm square. This is less. Okay. AST minimum is 197. So this is less. You did not provide this reinforcement. What should be provided is 1890.32. Whichever is the greatest value should be provided. Now next. Compression reinforcement. So compression reinforcement, what is the formula? AC is equal to mu minus mu lim divided by FSC into D minus D dash. 0.85. Okay, number of bars. Okay, we'll also calculate number of bars. Number of bars in tension NT is equal to 1890.32 divided by pi by 4 into 20 square. Seven bars of 20 mm diameter are required. Why? Because you have a concentrated point load there, so bending moment is very high. Okay, very big value you have for bending moment. Now next step is AC, which is equal to mu minus mu lim by FSC into D minus D dash. 0.85 FSC, right? FSC into D minus D dash. Now FSC you can take directly equal to 0.85 Fy, or you can calculate by using the formula. Okay, we have one formula there. You need to calculate strain first. What is the strain? For that, corresponding value of stress can be taken from one figure which is given to you in the IS 456. IS 456. So what is the value for that strain? 0.0035 multiplied by XU max minus D by XU max. So we'll substitute 0.0035 into 0.48 D minus D by 0.48 D. D will be cancelled. XU max is 0.48 D for Fe 415 grade of concrete. You remember this value? For Fe 415 grade reinforcement, XU max is equal to 0.48 D. So D and D will get cancelled. Tell me what is strain from this one? 0.48. Formula is correct? Formula is correct? xu max minus d dash, I guess. D dash, xu max minus d dash, sorry, d and d will not get cancelled. So 0.0035 multiplied by 0.48 into 420 minus 28 divided by 0.48 into 420. Tell me what is the value of strain here? 0.00. Tell me in terms of 003. Okay. So this is the strain. No units for strain. Now see that figure. What is that figure number? Figure 23A. You have a graph with strain and stress values. Two graphs are there like this. For the value of strain equal to 0.0035, tell me what is the corresponding value of stress on y-axis. So FSC will be that value. FSC will be generally equal to 0.85 Fi, correct? So 0.85 Fi is the value of FSC. Now substitute in this formula, tell me what is ASC. So ASC will be equal to 249.17 minus 111.97 10 power 6 divided by 0.85 into 415 into 420 minus 28, correct? Nine 249.17 minus 111.97. Zero point. Okay. So ASC is equal to 992.20 mm square. Now number of bars required, NC is equal to 992.2 divided by pi by 4 into 20 square. So approximately 4 bars. Four bars are required. Okay. 4 bars are required here. Now what is the next step? Diagram you need to draw. Also, there is one more step involved here. Whenever you are given the dimension D, you need to check for deflection. Check for deflection. Now, what is the check here? Remember, when you were calculating depth by using the span, what was the formula you have? What was the formula which is there in code book page number 37? L by D. Okay. You are given span. Based on the condition, you were calculating small d. Remember, L by D for simply supported, how much is the value? 20. 20. Okay, it is given on page number 37. Page 37, for L by D, the value is 30. Now, you have 3 conditions involved there. Basic values of span to effective depth ratio for spans up to 10 meters. Please open PDF if you have. Cantilever 7, simply supported 20, continuous 26. Okay, continuous 26. Now, you have 3, below the point A, you have more points, B, C, D. Read the point B, it is written, for spans above 10 meters, the values in A, okay, the values in point A, means these 3 values, may be multiplied by 10 by span in meters. What it is saying to you, whenever you have a span of more than 10 meters, you need to multiply this factor multiplied by 10 by span. Okay, 10 by span should be multiplied. When this should be multiplied? When the span is more than 10 meters. Now we have a span is 8 meters, so this is not applicable here. When span is more than 10 meters, you need to multiply this. Now next step is, depending on area of stress of steel in tension, the values of A shall be modified by multiplying with a modification factor given in page figure 4. Turn the page, you have figure 4 on your page number 38. Okay, modification factor for tension. Okay, it is written there, modification factor for tension reinforcement. Okay, modification factor, it is given to you in terms of Fu, which is equal to 0.58 into Fy multiplied by area of cross section of steel required by provided. So AST provided by AST required by provided. Okay, I'll explain to you what is the difference between these two. So what is the difference here is AST required by AST provided. First of all, this is only for tension, not for compression. Please close the door. Not for compression. This is only for tension. Now how much is the tension reinforcement required? See, we have got one formula, AST LIM plus AST2. What is the answer? So this is 0.58 multiplied by 415 multiplied by 18 after adding 1890.32 divided by what we are providing. We are providing 6 bars of 20 mm diameter. So 6 multiplied by pi by 4 into 20 square. Pi by 4 into 20 square. This is AST required, this is AST provided. Okay, now tell me what is the answer for this one? So this is actually Fs, which is not very clear in the code book. It is Fs. Okay, see the code book page number 38. Fs formula is given to you, 0.58 Fy into area of cross section of steel required divided by area of cross section of steel provided. So we have substituted required and provided here. So how much is what is the answer for this one? It is 240. 241.39 Newton per millimeter square. This is what is Fs. Okay, you are given you got the value of Fs now. Now using this graph, you need to compute modification factor. If you see this graph, you have percentage tension reinforcement on x-axis, and on y-axis you have modification factor, and all these curves are represented by Fs. Okay, now you got the value of Fs as 241, so make it 240. Okay, let it be 240. So 240 is the second line, second curve. Now next is you require percentage reinforcement. Okay, percentage reinforcement formula is PT is equal to area of reinforcement provided divided by BD into 100. Okay, how much reinforcement you are providing divided by cross section into 100 will give you what percentage of reinforcement you provided in the beam. Okay, tell me what is the answer for this one? 6 into 314, 6 into pi by 4 into 20 square divided by 230 into 420. How much is it? How much is the answer? So it is 1.95% reinforcement. Able to understand? Out of the total cross section of the beam, AST provided is 1.95%. Okay, the total cross section of the beam, let the total cross section of the beam is 100. So out of that 100, your 1.95 will be the steel reinforcement. Okay, so now using this chart, 1.95, see the values on x-axis, percentage reinforcement is there on x-axis, you have 0, 0.4, 0.8, 1.2, 1.6 and 2. Okay, so 1.9 will be less than 2. Okay, less than 2. See on x-axis, not on y-axis. Percentage reinforcement is on x-axis. Now, for this value, you just draw a line up to Fs 240. Okay, up to Fs 240. Now, record the corresponding value of modification factor on y-axis. So, approximately, because these values are not round up, you will get modification factor here. Modification factor is equal to 0.8. Now let this factor is called as K2 factor, which is equal to 0.8. So this is very important step. Now last factor is K3 factor, which is again a modification factor K3. Modification factor K3. Now for modification factor K3, again you go to page number 37, read the point D. Read the point D. In point D, it is given to you depending on area of compression reinforcement. Previously it was area of tensile reinforcement. Now it is area of compression reinforcement. The value of span to effective depth ratio be further modified by multiplying with the modification factor obtained as per figure 5. So go to figure 5 now. Figure 5 is a simple chart given to you with one graph is there only. So you have percentage compression reinforcement on x-axis and you have modification factor on y-axis. So percentage compression reinforcement, this is PT, you need to calculate PC, percentage compression reinforcement. So this is ASC provided divided by BD into 100. So this will be 4 into pi by 4 into 20 square divided by 230 into 420 into 100. 4 into 314 by 23 into 42. (1.3%) correct. 1.3% is the total compression reinforcement you provided. Now see the x-axis, values are starting from 0 to 3 and you want the value for 1.3, 1.0, 1.25, middle value will be 1.25. Okay, approximately take it equal to 1.25, corresponding value on the graph you record on y-axis. Tell me what is the value for K3 now? 1.3. Okay, so now L by D will be equal to 20 multiplied by K1 multiplied by K2 multiplied by K3. What is K1? K1 is equal to 10 by span. When span is more than 10 meters. Not to be used. Why? Because our span is less than 10 meters. Now K2 you got as 0.8. K3 is 1.3. So L by D will be equal to 20. This is not to be used. Why? Because our span is less than 10 meters. Whenever the span is less than 10 meters, K1 will be equal to 1. Whenever span is more than 10 meters, K1 will be equal to 10 by span. Okay. So K2 is, this is 1. This is multiplied by 0.8. Again multiplied by 1.3. So L by D, which is equal to 20.8. Now see here, for a span of 8 meters and effective depth of 420 mm, this should be satisfied. If this is more, if left hand side is more, the beam will fail in deflection. Okay, this is the criteria here. What is the criteria? L by D is equal to 20 multiplied by these 3 factors. Calculate the 3 factors, substitute what is total L by D. Now L is, we have 8 meters. L is 8000 divided by 420. How much this is? 8000 divided by 420. 19.04. So this is less than 20.8. So safe in deflection. So this is the necessary step which is to be performed whenever you solve a problem of doubly reinforced beam. Understood?